Well, everyone, one of the more important things I've really ever kind of suggested in my entire life when it comes down to technology is pretty much when it comes down to brand new and used iPhones. In my personal opinion, it doesn't really make a lot of sense in a majority of ways to pretty much ever buy a brand new device. Now, the only reason I would even kind of recommend that for the most part is whenever you're trying to go through, and if you're trying to go through and get some sort of deal on a brand new carrier, if you do end up getting some sort of deal, if you're transferring lines or something like that, then in that case, maybe it makes sense to buy one. Or if you're going through and you have a gift card of some sort and you're going to, be able to go and buy one that way, that's another option you have. But ultimately, in my personal opinion, if I'm going to go through and recommend a device, I would almost always recommend going through and buying a used iPhone. Now, for starters, almost every single time, you are going to be able to go through and get a cheaper phone. So you're going to be able to go buy a cheaper phone that's pretty much the exact same device that you were going to buy anyway. That is without a doubt one of the coolest things you can basically do. These types of devices don't cost the most amount of money, but they are still very, very kind of inexpensive for the most part compared to a brand new device. I've been able to go ahead and save a bunch of money buying some devices like that, and I genuinely do think that is a really easy way of just saving a bunch of money and getting a device. But the other thing too sometimes can be availability. If you're able to go through and pick up a used device, you might see that these used devices end up costing a little bit of a cheaper amount, but they also end up usually being devices that are just available that you can go and purchase. So that is something that I genuinely do like about these types of devices too. The reason being, like I mentioned before, is that these types of devices are just available. You don't really have to go through and wait for them to be available in the brand new market. And I do think this in and of itself is a really, really important thing too. And finally, when it comes down to just the price tag and the price per performance of a device like that, like I said before, because it costs less money, you're getting a better device from a dollar per value standpoint than some of these other devices. So that is in and of itself another super important thing to keep in mind there too. So overall, and whenever you're buying an iPhone, I would almost always recommend buying a used one. I think that would make a lot more sense than going through and buying a brand new one. Unless you get a deal or you get a carrier or something like that, then that definitely makes a lot more sense. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.